What's up, guys, and welcome to this week's podcast. This is episode number 2, and today we're going to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. And today I have 3 awesome, or should I say not awesome, gents with me today. Today we have with me Leon, or LP Marshall 94.
Hello.
And I have Sam with me, who is SUPERSONICSJM. Is that right?
Hey.
Hey, and we have somebody new on the podcast who we didn't have last week, and this is Jesse, Element 12. Come on down.
Hello, everybody. That's Element 12.
Yeah, Element 12. So, this week, we're going to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Gotta go fast.
Yeah. Great guy.
Sonic.
Yeah, he pretty much Sega's mascot. You know, all that jazz. Good guy. Met him once. He was like, sorry, I gotta go. Eat chili dogs and such. But, yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah, pretty much what a dick. Chili dogs are fucking gross.
Oh, well, he has a terrible attitude for a fictional character.
Pretty much. But anyways,
I'd love to talk to you, but I've got to eat some chili dogs. Fuck you.
Yeah, I used to like chili dogs, but not like
I'm-
when I was
I'm
younger.
gonna-
I used to get chili
Man.
dogs, but it's just like I'm not a big. After I watched this video of how hot dogs are made, I was like, no.
I don't eat a hot dog very much
But
anymore.
Sonic for me, I don't remember the first time I played Sonic, but I remember being young, and I actually think I played. I want to say I played like with Resident Evil. I played number 2 before I even played number 1, which, or maybe I'm wrong with that. I was so young. See, that's the thing with Resident Evil. I was like at the age where I remember things. This game came out in 1990. Was it Sam? 1991?
It was June 1991. It was the month after I was born.
Yeah, I was born. Yeah, me too. I was born in July.
I was born May 1991.
Okay, yeah.
And
Then after that, yeah, I was born in July '89. So, but yeah, it's definitely a game that has grown into a giant franchise and progressed, and is still strong to this day.
Despite its detractors.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of B titles and such but you know, you're gonna have that with any game series. Like, there's always gonna be those games that are just filler and kind of just hit and miss. But for me, the first time with I'm gonna say Resident Evil. I've had too much.
That was last week's podcast.
Yeah, that was last week's podcast.
Come back to the future.
So yeah.
Bring yourself to the present, Levy. Bring yourself to the present.
So, true facts to the audience. This is like my 7th take of trying to get the intro started. Screwing up, and we've been talking for about an hour before we even started doing this.
Damn right.
Yeah, it was.
If only you could have heard what we were talking about for that hour. It was pure.
We'd have a lot of people offended if they knew what we were talking about. We were having like clan meetings and like, you know, we were talking about, you know, Nazi, you know. No, we weren't talking about that. We were just bullshitting. Please don't unsubscribe from me.
Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
Dude, YouTube was down for like an hour today, and I didn't know what to do with my life.
It was? I didn't actually know.
Oh yeah, it was down. Like, I knew
When
it
I
was
was
down,
watching
and then
for a while.
Manga Minx posted something about it, and it was just like, yeah. Shout out to Manga Minx. I will link your profile in the page because you are an awesome lady, and you.
Yeah,
helped
she's
me.
cool.
Yeah, she's cool. And thanks to her, I now have some new subscribers. So thank you, Manga, for or Minxie, whatever. Anyways,
subscribe to us too. We need them too.
yeah, well, I put your guys' YouTube channels in the description anyways. So
Click on the clickety clicks.
yeah, see all the clickety clicks on the screen.
Click all of them.
Great.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
Quick, just start throwing annotations on the screen.
Oh, I'm going to see. You may not see because it's not a video podcast. Well, you see some background shit that I'm doing. But
Probably a picture of Sonic or something.
yeah, if you see, I'm gonna have multiple pictures of Sonic. No, you know what? It's gonna be different Sonic characters. That's what it's gonna be. And each one, I'm gonna make Sam be Knuckles, Leon is gonna be Tails, and Jesse's gonna be Amy.
What?
Why am I think that's a pretty faux pas on your part, given that my username is SUPERSONICSJM.
Okay, you can be
Can-
Supersonic then. Or you can be.
Can I be Shadow then?
Okay, you can be Shadow.
Oh.
Fine. You know what? No, Leon, you're Big the Cat. You're Big the Cat. Nobody likes Big the Cat.
You're like the father. You can be this. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, you could do this.
Fuck.
No, I'll give you guys all good characters. But yeah, you see those links? Click them. That's it. That'll go to their sites.
He probably won't even put any pictures up.
Yeah. No, I'll try. As soon as I'm done with this podcast, I'm gonna start working on it. I got the whole couple of days next to myself. But anyways, what was your guys' first experience, sexual experience with Sonic the Hedgehog. We
He
never
touched me somewhere he shouldn't have.
Now on the doll. Will you please show me where Sonic touched you at? Here.
Here,
Oh god.
right
He
here,
touched me.
on my
I touched
penis.
You realize when I sober up and I look at this later, I'm like, what the fuck were we talking
What
about?
were we doing?
I'm gonna scrap this and be like, guys, we're gonna do this.
This is
sober
terrible.
tomorrow.
Let's do the whole thing
Yeah,
again.
I'm the only one that's
Best
been
part is
drinking.
three of us are sober.
I'm sober as a judge. Thank you very much.
As sober as
Okay.
Judge
Anyway,
You want
Fred.
what earliest Sonic experiences, do you?
Who's going first? We never decided that.
I'll go first because I remember mine quite vividly.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
good.
I suppose my earliest Sonic experience, I actually thought it was a TV show to begin with. It used to come on a channel here just called Channel 4 on a morning, and I used to watch it on that. So initially I thought it was a TV show, and it wasn't until I hit about 5 years old when my uncle got a Mega Drive, and he got Sonic the Hedgehog. It was one of the first few games he got, that I realised it was also a video game as well, and I kind of got hooked from then on. Classic-wise, the only real Sonic games that I used to have major exposure to were Sonic 1, 2, and 3. And then I just kind of had this period where I didn't play it for ages, and then I picked it up again around Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2.
Well, see, that was the same thing with me. Is I played all the classics. 1, 2, 3. I played Spinball. I played Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
That's
and then
See, I didn't play all those until...
I didn't play those until the Mega Collection came out.
Same here. I only really played 1, 2, and 3 on the Mega Drive as a kid.
Yeah, and then when Sonic Adventure 1 came out on the Dreamcast, that game is probably like I like all the Sonic Adventure 1 is probably one of my favorites, just because I like the music in the Station Square music. It's like I actually have a guitar cover for that.
I saw that
is
video.
just-
That was cool.
That soundtrack is just quintessentially 90s. It's just, you listen to it and you instantly think of the 90s.
Yeah.
I love games like that with soundtracks that do that.
So, here's a fact about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh boy, is he a hedgehog?
Jamal White, also known as Steve Urkel, did the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog in the original Saturday morning cartoon.
Oh yeah, I remember Julia
Why
White.
do I sound like William Shatner when I'm talking?
I don't know. What is this?
Oh,
Don't
God.
have to do it. Sorry.
All right, well, go ahead, Leon. What's your experience with, or when did you first?
See, I remember mine quite vividly. Well, I had a Mega Drive since I was 3 years old, so I've been playing 1 and 2 since I was 3. And then I used to sit there and watch Sonic Underground on TV. I only played Sonic 1 and 2 and Sonic 3D. And then later on, I started getting. I think my first 3D Sonic was actually Sonic 06, which you guys are gonna hate me for.
Well, my first CD was Sonic 3D CD, Sonic CD. Whatever one was the one where it was like three-dimensional, kind of. I forgot which one it is.
My first 3D Sonic was Sonic Adventure 2, and then I went back and played Sonic Adventure.
Sonic Adventure 2 was I like that one a lot just because you could do the whole light, hero,
yeah,
and dark. The one thing I didn't like, and you can see it on my video, I will post a link to the Let's Play of it now, is the fucking...
Another link.
It's the fucking Bio Lizard.
The Biolizard was a bastard, especially in its second form when you were in your super forms.
No, the second one had a breeze. First form, when you had to jump over the things when it was chasing you, and then do the homing attack on all those things.
You know what's a fun thing about that actually?
What?
Because I played Sonic Adventure 2 on my channel. It was one of my very first series. When I played the Biolizard, I just did a test run before I recorded, and I beat it in one try without losing a life. And it's okay, cool, I remember how to do this. As soon as I started recording, it took me 3 tries.
Yeah,
That's normally how it goes.
That's usually how it is, yeah. But
The worst boss for me in Sonic Adventure 2 is always the last one, which is usually the Sonic or Shadow of the individual stories.
Those are
I
pretty
didn't have a problem with Shadow. It took me a
What's
couple of tries, but usually it's...
It's not so much how many tries it takes, it's more the amount of time it takes you to beat them.
Well, it's the last boss fight. It's meant to take time.
Well, it's not the last boss fight, but they are incredibly lengthy boss battles, because it's incredibly hard to hit them.
Think about it. That's a big part of the storyline.
Pretty much, yeah. But I don't know.
You gotta make a big deal out of it.
Like, take Sonic bosses in the olden games. You can beat it under 30 seconds, like each boss.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking back. I'm playing Sonic 1 and 2 now. I played Sonic 1 already. Playing Sonic 2 now. Link it, and it's right there.
You failed your challenge, by the way, that I set you.
You did what?
You failed the challenge that I set you.
I didn't try to. I'll do it as a separate video. I thought
How
about
you didn't try?
I'm doing a separate. I save state the abuse. I save stated the hell out of that. I can't do this. That's one thing I don't like about Sonic 2. The fucking
special stages.
I hate them only because Tails is there. Tails wasn't there, and it was just me. If you could implement.
Why did you play with Tails?
You can do just you. You can do Sonic alone.
Really?
You know, on the title screen, you've got your one-player option and two-player option. If you press down again, there's an option screen, and one of the options is whether you want Sonic and Tails, Sonic only, or Tails only.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was only in Sonic 3.
No, 2.
No, that was in Sonic 2 as well.
Well, fuck, I can't do it now because I have it set up where I save state, right, so when I load the state, it's right at the next level I gotta do. And
I can't believe you didn't know that.
Fuck.
Yeah, I've always beat the game as like Tails, either Tails only or Sonic only.
Well, whatever. You guys, it's okay. I'm getting through the game.
You never do cheat codes in the option menu.
No,
so,
because I never.
Levy, when did you first play Sonic 2?
I played it when I was like 8 or like maybe a little bit later than that. I played it when I was younger, way younger. I remember having it.
You said 8 or 9. How old are you now?
Well, maybe it wasn't 8 or 9. It was. I want to.
He's like 10 right now.
Let's see here. Sonic 2 came out in '92. 24 now. I want to say I was like 5 or 6. I was young. I don't think I played it as soon as it came out.
You're 24 now, and you first played it 5 or 6. So it took you 19 years to work out that there was an option screen.
Didn't even work it out.
2.
You know, you're lucky you're like 5,000 miles away from me right now.
I still remember the cheat
He will come over there.
Wait, isn't the cheat menu where it's like... Wait, let's just see if I can get the tune down.
1965 09 17.
Well, no, the intro, the sound for, or the music for the options menu is like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
All you do is press down twice, and then that gives you that screen.
Yeah, I kind of dropped the ball on that one. We'll just probably, because you want to know why I didn't do it, because I started the intro, I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? I said my whole spiel when I do on my videos, then I just went straight to the level. That's what happened. But it's okay. I'm having fun.
Yeah, this is okay.
I even remember the cheat code for the first one as well.
Isn't it like a sound test one?
Up, down, left, right. So up,
the
down,
sound
left,
test
right.
is in the option screen, I believe.
Oh yeah, don't you do
You've got one option. You got one option that picks whether you want Sonic and Tails or just one or the other. I think one of the options is a sound test, and there's a third option that I can't remember.
Well, no, I thought the cheat codes for number 2 you did by doing the sound test in a certain order in 2, and in 1 you had to do the up, down, whatever one you said, up, down, left, right.
See left, see right stuff.
You had to do that before Sonic popped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sound test one from Sonic 2. So for the first, there's 2. You got into the cheat code twice to get Supersonic without getting the Chaos Emeralds and that. The one to get into the main screen, start doing the cheat properly, is 1965 09 17.
Which is Yuji Naka's birthday.
Look at you, Captain Facts. I don't know any of that. I played the game. You gotta go fast. That's all I know.
Gotta go
17th of September.
Gotta go fast.
I'm gonna sound like the most stupid person on this podcast. Like everyone else is full of knowledge, and I'm just like, yeah, I played Sonic. It was a good game. I just went left to right. That's what I did.
Jump up every now and then.
So, what do I say now? Yes.
I don't know,
1, 2, and 3.
You can't top that, can you? It was Yuji Naka's birthday. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, pretty much.
I didn't even send him a birthday present.
Damn it.
I do. I send him Facebook messages wishing him happy birthday.
If you knew how to speak English.
Hey, Leon, you're kind of breaking up just so you know, just a little bit.
Is that better?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we all play all the classic Sonics 1, 2, 3. Jesse, when was your first experience with Sonic?
Oh yeah, my first experience with Sonic. Okay.
Fuck Jesse, we don't care when his.
I like to win,
Jesse.
He was there, so we have 4.
Jesse, I only have one thing to say to you.
What?
Jesse, it's time to cook.
Okay, but okay. My experience with Sonic is when I was little, I've always been like a Nintendo guy. Like I grew up with like the NES, the SNES, the Game Boy. And I've always played like I love my. Well, nowadays I have like everything. I have like everything.
Game Boy was amazing. Don't even go there. Game Boy.
I love the Game Boy. Yeah, Game Boy is like my favorite thing. I have like the old Game Boy Black and White and everything. But
Game Gear for the win.
I have a Game Gear, but I grew up with Game Boy. But I grew up with a Nintendo kid, and like one of my best friends had like a bunch of Nintendo stuff too, but he had like Sega stuff. He had like the Genesis, and like he didn't get Dreamcast.
I had like everything. I was a spoiled kid. I had like every system when I was growing
up. He had like the original Genesis, and he told me like, "Oh, have you heard of
a Genesis?"
He's like, "Have you heard of Sonic the Hedgehog?" I was like, "No, I don't think I've heard of Sonic." And he's like, "Oh, come over to my house, play it sometime." And he had like Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and that's the very first Sonic game I ever just played before. I was like, "Oh, this is kind of fun," but like I never owned the console, so I always just like play it whenever at his house. And then like eventually, like, because I was a Nintendo guy, so like 64 onto GameCube, and when I got GameCube was when they first announced like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, and I'm like, oh hey, I finally get to play a Sonic game. Because before that, my experience was like watching the TV show and reading the comic books. I actually own a crap load of comic books in my room, but my very first
nerd.
What a nerd! Who reads comics? We only play video games here.
Yes,
that is true though.
and we do call it Sega Genesis. That's what I called it.
The rest of the world calls it a Mega Drive.
In America, it's called a Genesis.
The rest of the world is stupid.
America calls it Genesis.
I don't care. No, actually, you guys, please.
Hey, random fact. Do you know why in America it was called the Genesis?
Because they couldn't get the rights to Mega Drive.
No, it's because they had an exclusive deal with Phil Collins. So they named it Genesis after his band.
Really?
No, I'm just pulling that out, man.
Really? No, it's they couldn't get the rights to the Mega Drive brand in America. Something else had already been called Mega Drive, so they renamed it Genesis.
Why don't you
It's like how if you look at the Dreamcast logo over in Europe, the spiral is blue, whereas over there it's orange, because there's a German company that has an orange spiral as a logo, so they couldn't use that over here.
Yeah. Also, they want to coincide with the Star Trek movies, with the Genesis. I don't know. Anyway,
I hate to be unprofessional on a podcast, but I'm curious about the stream. So you guys talk among yourself about Sonic for about a minute. I'll be right.
Okay.
Sounds like he's gotta go fast.
Oh, gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
You hear him yelling that in this
we're gonna talk about Sonic. Actually,
Should we talk about facts we probably shouldn't talk about, like Knuckles having a 5-headed penis and being a dickhead?
Wait, what?
Yeah, echidnas in real life have like 5-headed penises, and the penises are on the forehead.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Knuckles is quite literally a dickhead.
Rouge is a weird subject that we're not really gonna get into.
Rouge is clearly a slut.
She is. She had like she had like boob jiggle physics.
She even like sexualizes robots. If you play Sonic Generations, there's a mission where you basically fire love hearts at robots and they fall in love with Rouge.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Rouge is a bit
what
of a
the
slut,
fuck, you slut?
What about Cream? Cream the bunny.
I mean, in Sonic Heroes, how big were Rouge the Bat's boobs?
Well, I walked in the wrong part of a conversation.
Yeah.
He did that. I heard him.
Let's
do it.
We're just talking about Rouge being a complete slut.
Dude, she's got huge ass tits. I'm sorry to anybody who doesn't like the word tits, but
is this all going to be a part of the podcast?
Oh
or?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
you look at Rouge, and the first thing you think is tits.
Well, most of my fan base is between the ages of like 16 and up, so like
boobs.
I just hope the place where I used to work doesn't watch this. They'll be like, oh fuck.
It's like, oh, we heard your podcast the other day. You're fired.
I'm gonna send a comment.
I don't work for them anymore. It's like, oh yeah, you know how you wanted to work with us again? Yeah,
I'm
not good.
Send that company a company email, like just send it to them. They're like, oh, here's one of your former employees.
He's talking about Rouge's tits.
Oh,
enjoy.
That was about all the sex appeal that you see in the sound. Amy was pretty much just the overly obsessive girlfriend.
What about Cream the
Sonic,
What about
will you
Cream the
kiss
Bunny?
me? Sonic, will you marry me?
No, go away!
Fuck off, bitch!
What about Cream the Rabbit? He's in there.
That just sounds sexual.
What? Cream the Rabbit.
Fuck off, bitch!
Pretty much. Oh dear.
Oh yeah. My experience with Sonic is like Sonic Adventure 2 was basically the first Sonic game I've ever actually physically owned, and I just played it and it's like, this is a great game. I freaking love this. Like, it's still one of my favorite games out
Play
there.
number 2 before you play number 1.
Yeah, I played Sonic Adventure 2 because there was no other way for me to play 1 because like I think 2 years later they came out with
If you got a GameCube, 2 came out before 1.
yeah 2 came out before 1 because the director's cut came out like a few years later.
You never had a Dreamcast?
No, but I never owned a Dreamcast.
Oh, I haven't.
I don't
Having
actually
said
have it.
that, I also got a Dreamcast and I played Sonic Adventure 2 before 1.
I don't know why the Dreamcast didn't do so well. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it didn't sell very well. I never got
Wanted
one.
to wait like
Three characters. PS2.
Yeah, basically. So, more or
The
less.
Dreamcast didn't have a DVD player.
Yeah.
It was too easily pirated. There was so many factors. It got a lot of third-party support dropped because they announced it prematurely while people were working on Saturn titles, and they didn't let any of the third parties know when they were making it. There was far too much going against it.
One
Yeah.
thing I liked about the Dreamcast and Sonic Adventure, you could take your Chow and put it on a little memory card and have your own like Tamagotchi Chow and have its own little.
Which they then carried over to the GameCube.
The GameCube
but
with the Game Boy Advance, yeah.
Oh, I
But they
love
didn't
I
carry it
love
over
Chows.
to.
Yeah, I love the Chow Garden.
They didn't carry it over to Xbox and PlayStation. All I was going to say was they didn't carry it over to Xbox and PlayStation. They could have easily done that.
Yeah, they could have.
I liked it.
Get the Xbox Mini.
I would spend hours like trading my Chow and upgrading it and be like, fuck Sonic, I'm playing with the Chows.
Yeah, I'm playing with my Chows. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking more smart glass for Xbox and maybe PSP or PS Vita for PlayStation.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
So I like to have a pizza show next to me right now. Yeah, earlier. Domino's Pizza.
Windows
Shout
Phone.
out- Shout out to Domino's Pizza.
Domino's
Yeah, chicken wrap earlier. That was nice.
I have mushroom chicken pizza. McDonald's.
Yeah, mushroom and chicken. Domino's
And then-
Pizza!
Dude, I'm like fat. I like
We all are.
Pizza, booze, pizza,
Ever see,
booze, pizza.
There was a Sonic 2 hack where the rings were replaced with onion rings. And the more you collected, the fatter Sonic got until he died of a heart attack.
Dude, that's gonna be me.
Just chasing around, floating onion rings around. Oh,
We run down the street next
I just
time.
gotta make. Gotta go fast. Heart attack.
There's literally a point where Sonic will just still sit there and be like, and then he just dies.
Bleh.
Do you guys ever play that creepy pasta, the Sonic.exe?
Oh yeah,
That,
man.
I actually have that on my channel, which I'll link.
Is that the one where he's got red black eyes?
Oh yeah, it's, it's fucking creepy looking.
Comment, rate, and subscribe.
And everybody
I'll
dies.
play that.
Everybody dies.
Every day.
I'll be honest with you, my experience with creepypasta is very limited. And the other one that I know very well, it's not a Sonic one, it's a Pokemon one, which I saw on Yuri of Wind's channel.
Is it Pokemon Black?
It's Lost Silver.
Yeah,
I
you
heard-
tell me about that. We'll do that on the next podcast. We do Pokemon. I don't talk about Pokemon.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
is Sonic.
Pokemon.
But
Yeah,
moving on,
hey,
I've
I'm
heard
gonna
of Sonic.exe, but I've never actually, read it and found out the all the intricate details about it.
It's pretty fucked up. I played it. So, what would I'm trying to think of how to word this? So, you guys, Sam, you worked on a Sonic game actually.
I did, yeah.
Would you care to
Nerd.
explain what you're allowed to? Nerd. No.
Nerd, how dare you work on? We only play games around here. We don't work on them. Actually, I do.
This one is an RPG game.
Would you care to enlighten us on what you're allowed to talk about? Unless, like, all of a sudden, like, Sega's gonna come busting through your windows.
Yeah, the FBI's gonna bust through your door.
Basically, if this movie go quiet and go, help! You'll
Help
know
me,
it's saying
help me.
nothing.
And then you hear a deep voice go, gotta go fast.
Okay, so the title I worked on was Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. It was released about a year ago now. Available on the PS3, 360, Wii U. It was a launch title for Wii U,
Right now.
3DS, Vita, and it's also on Steam.
I own it.
On what?
On the
Which
Mac.
console? Oh.
I own it on virtually every platform except the Wii U and 360.
They force you to be like, all right, we're gonna make you own
Buy
it
out
on
everything.
everything.
No, the thing was, before I started working for Sumo, that was the company who developed it. I'd already pre-ordered it on PS3. They then gave me a free copy. I was like, well, fuck, I've already pre-ordered the PS3 version. Let's get the Vita version. And then the Steam version was so cheap, so I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll get that. And then the 3DS version came out, I was like, oh, fuck it, I've got the 3DS, I might as well get that one.
Wait, you're
I'm
the
probably
only
going to get the Wii U
console.
one, because I'm looking at getting the Wii U, so...
And that's why you own the world record for most Sonic All-Stars Racing transformed titles on every system.
Yeah, submit that. You can
I wouldn't say that. I reckon someone's probably got it on every platform somewhere.
I've won something nice to do with Sonic.
Yeah, I did. I'll talk about that later. I'll finish about Transformed. So yeah, my time there was brief. I did 2 weeks volunteering, which then led to a 5-week paid contract, which eventually ran out, sadly. And I was in their QA department at Sumo. I was bug testing.
What's it like? What's it like being a bug tester? Do you pretty much just play the game, you see like a glitch or something that shouldn't be there, you just write it down? Or I've never really talked to a bug tester before.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We get a build, and what we did specifically with Transformed is we would have certain sections that each person in the team would have to test. So a few of us would test, or one of us would test so many tracks or something like that. And any problems that came up, we'd note it down on an Excel spreadsheet, and we then uploaded that information up to a bug database, which then allowed those bugs to be assigned to the various developers who were supposed to fix those problems.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
It is. I mean, apart from the bug reporting itself, where we had to upload it to the database, that was pretty boring.
Is your name in the credits of that game?
It's in there twice.
Really?
Ooh.
Really.
I'm gonna.
Whoa.
You wanna know what
And
I'm gonna
it's
do?
pretty early on as well, because it goes through Sumo's names before it goes through Sega's names.
Man, look at you, hot stuff.
Ooh, Mr. Rockstar.
I'm gonna see if I can find it now while we're talking.
You should just like.
There'll be a video on YouTube. It's not hard to find.
Sonic the Hedge.
You should play it on your channel. You should play it on your channel and go, hey, that's it, that's me right there.
But yeah, they let us like listen to music while we were doing database uploading as well, so it wasn't entirely boring while we were doing that. That was really the worst part of the job, and even then that wasn't that bad. It was great at Sumo. I loved it, and if I could go back, I'd bite the hand off because it was fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely have the outro for that, or the credits for that rolling. So I'm gonna see if I can find you.
Should only take about a couple of minutes tops.
I'll find it. It'll just be bug tester, right?
There's one under QA tester for Sumo, and then after that there's another category called Balance Game Heroes, which is a long list of names, but I am in there somewhere.
Okay, Sumo QA team. I see you. Oh, I see you right there. It's crazy. Wow. I'm like, I know a celebrity.
Ooh.
Oh wait, and then is it Balance Hero teams?
Yep.
Balance Hero.
See, I can't put this on my video because it's somebody else's shit.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to beat the game.
That's why you should do it. Let's play on your channel and go, hey, look, that's him right there.
If you guys really want to see his last name or his
I
name, play the game.
Go play it.
So,
Because this is the point where Sega will like kidnap me and put me in a cage somewhere. You talk about our game without our permission. Yes. Don't hurt me.
They just like tie you to a chair and just start beating you. No! First rule of Sega. You don't talk about Sega. I'm sorry.
No, it was brilliant. I enjoyed every minute of working at Sumo. fantastic game, really. It's definitely one of the best, and I'm not saying this purely because I've got like some sort of affiliation.
You've got like a sniper rifle pointing your head, with, like red beams pointed at your like forehead right now.
That's why we don't.
I'm not saying this because I'm being held at gunpoint. Wink, wink.
There's like two men in like Sega costumes with like guns to your head. It's a great game. No, it's a really great game.
It's Sonic the Hedgehog, or like a Sonic the Hedgehog costume, and like tails set up in like
gun, yeah.
What's that? The Boondock Saints. And you're on your knees, and they got their gun pointed at your head.
It's a great game. It's a really great game.
Can I go now?
Can I go home now? No. My dog is hungry. You don't have a dog
anymore.
Anymore. No, not
Scruffles. I don't have a dog.
Not Scruffles.
So, true facts. To the people watching who don't know already, I have a hedgehog. I'm going to right now, you're going to see a picture or a video of me playing with them. Now, the video you see right now isn't me actually doing right now because I wouldn't hold the ball.
We can't see this right now. Is it blonde or brown?
He's blonde. He's got all blonde hair. His name's Wesker, after
Wesker. Ooh, crossover.
Yeah, Wesker probably could run as fast as Sonic.
It's a crossover going on here.
Pretty much, but no, Wesker isn't as lazy and doesn't shit as much as my hedgehog is. I love him to death. I fucking paid like $200 for him.
Yeah, hedgehogs are expensive. My hamster was like
Transformed, I would say, personally, it's one of the best kart racing games out there. I think it beats Mario Kart as well, personally.
It's pretty good. It's the best Sonic racing game out there.
It requires a lot more skill than Mario Kart, I find.
Mario's like, you drive around, you hit the item block to get your power up, and shoot and repeat. This one you got like different, like your cars transform into different things. I don't know.
And we've got no blue fucking shell.
You want to know what I hate about games like that? When you're like in first place or you're like up there and you don't get anything besides banana peels.
You see,
I guess banana peels.
Yeah, we tried to avoid that. You can get every weapon, no matter what position you're in, but certain weapons are less likely to crop up.
Makes sense. So it's like a random thing, like a random generator? Is that how you would...
They don't work like a random generator. It's just that certain items will have a specific chance of cropping up based on how well you're doing.
Makes sense. Yeah. So, anybody got any other facts about Sonic that not a lot of people would know if you were just like a basic Sonic fan who didn't know a lot about it? Anything you guys want to know about
We've already covered Knuckles being a dickhead.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we did.
Covered
that.
Those who didn't know, Echinas, which Knuckle is, have 5-headed penises.
Also, real life bats don't actually have breasts.
Or at least not that big, anyway.
At least nothing like that, yeah.
Did you know that Eggman's mustache is fake?
It is fake, yeah.
It is.
Holy shit.
It's from an unused voice clip in Sonic
unused voice
Adventure 2.
clip. Yeah, the Omo Chow says that his mustache is fake.
God, do you have the same fucking guide thing up I do? Because you said it was like word for word what I just read. Did you write this guide on the 25 things you may not know about Sonic 2? Because
did you by any chance take it from Did You Know Gaming?
We are Sonic Pros.
I'm on a website which I will link in description because I'm not going to plagiarize anybody, but it's from arcade-sushi.com/things-you-may-not-no
-semicolon.
That fact you mentioned there is something that was mentioned by Did You Know Gaming?
Well,
and it's in one of their videos as well.
Well, I'm sure people are just taking facts from other people's sayings all over the place. Yeah,
hey,
I will link the site that I'm looking at now, so people don't go like, "Oh, you're taking facts from people."
Man, this podcast is nothing but links.
I got an interesting fact I remember.
What?
Do you know that Robotnik actually wasn't originally meant to be the villain of Sonic? He was originally meant to be
he was a hero.
Yeah, he was originally meant to be a hero in another Sega game. But that game got, I think, canceled, so they wanted to use the character because he was from a contest, so they used him as a villain in Sonic.
Yeah, I'm reading that one right now.
The inspiration for his character as well comes from Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh yeah, Theodore Roosevelt, basically. Yeah. This is the
Sonic was also originally meant to have a human girlfriend called Madonna.
Oh, I remember that. And Sonic,
Yeah, I do recall that.
do you guys remember what Sonic's first debut was?
Oh, that
It
was.
wasn't Sonic the Hedgehog, it
Yeah,
was
it
a
wasn't
driving
actually
game.
Yeah, he was a little like air freshener looking, like a thing dangling in the rearview mirror.
It is a question that normally throws people. In fact, here's a couple. What planet is Sonic from?
It's Mobius.
Yeah.
Wrong.
No?
Wrong.
Wrong?
It's Earth.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I thought it was
technically it's Earth. And the TV show was Mobius, though. That's why I got confused.
The reason it's thought to be Mobius is because in an interview regarding Sonic 2, one of the developers mentioned a Mobius strip, and it got mistranslated, and someone assumed that they were naming the planet that Sonic came from. He's from Earth. If you look at his biography, he was born on Christmas Island, which is a real place on Earth.
Huh. I thought in the cartoons they actually did call it Mobius.
Did you
The
know-
cartoon's called Mobius, but the games he's always been from Earth. That's why if you go to Sonic Adventure, he's suddenly in an Earth city.
Oh yeah, it's
not-
Earth. Yeah, yeah. Like,
Yeah, he's
No
not
one sees
shifted
these
from Mobius to Earth. It's just, he's always been on Earth.
And there's also Sonic X, which is kind of weird.
Did you guys
Yeah.
know that Sonic's blue because of marketing from Sega? Because Sega's logo is blue, so they did that. Blue
Ooh.
also stands
Yep.
for peace.
Yep.
So we want to have a good guy.
Maybe.
Awesome.
What is the original name here for this character?
For Sonic.
Eggman. No, listen. Eggman or Robotnik?
It was Eggman. It was his original
Yeah, it was
Japanese name.
yeah, Eggman he's always been called Eggman in Japan.
He was called Eggman. When they brought Sonic over here, there was already a plot that was written for Sonic. The American division of Sega took that plot and decided that they'd just write their own plot entirely. So they changed the name of Eggman to Robotnik, and they came up with their own plot where originally it was someone called Dr. Kintobo. He was running tests. He got struck by Chaos Emerald energy whilst holding an egg, therefore became Robotnik and looked rather egg-shaped. And when Yuji Naka found out about that, he got extremely pissed. It was like, well, we developed this story in the first place to appeal to a Western audience. You've basically taken that story and decided that's not going to appeal to a Western audience, despite the fact that's what it's designed to do.
I'm a Western
And you-
audience.
I am a Western audience. I'm offended.
You completely screwed it over.
It was a fixed game and it was bullshit.
So, got completely dicked over, and then as of Sonic Adventure, they basically just merged both storylines together.
Here's one for you. What was Sonic's original name for Sonic?
I've read this somewhere. I can't
Yeah, I know. I
remember.
recall this. Isn't it Solid Snake? Okay, I was so close.
The name
It's something really, really kind of.
it's Mr. Needle Mouse.
Oh, the project name. I thought you meant like real name.
Actually-
I think
yeah,
it's
that's
called like Oswald in the comics.
No, that's what I meant. Like his project. I meant.
Yeah, Mr. Needlemouse. That was the project name.
I think Leon left us.
I think Leon did leave us.
Oh, is he out of the call? He says that
Hey.
he's in the call.
Hey, it said dropped a second ago.
His icon went blue and it had the closed phone on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's,
That-
it's
that-
just you. Let me try to add him back in. Then, 'cause
Gotta go fast.
I was wondering why I was only hearing you guys for a bit.
Hey, want to hear another fun fact about Sonic? Sonic
Go on.
06. Sonic 06 was a terrible game.
Do you want to know another fun fact about Sonic? The
What?
development versions of Sonic 06 are better than the retail version.
Basically, yeah. I heard a bunch of stuff that like it had like night and day physics. It had like all sorts of really crazy fun stuff in it.
Loads of the there were things that that worked better in the development version than it did in the final version. How the hell do you manage that on a game?
How is that possible?
How do you make it worse?
I don't know. Because
I actually
of
try-
reasons.
Has anyone here actually have you guys actually played Sonic 06?
I have not.
Yes,
That's a fun. That's
Leon
a terrible
loves
game.
Sonic 06.
You want to know
In
what
fact,
game sucks?
I'll throw that in now. See if I can impersonate him. I love Sonic 06. I think
Sonic
it's
06 is
really
it's a pretty good game, you know.
Did you know that Sonic was the very first video game character to be featured in Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
Yeah, the balloon popped and it injured 6 people. It was then
Sonic
retired
killed people.
instantly.
Sonic killed a bunch of people.
Gotta
and
go,
then he
gotta go fast.
Gotta go
They
fast.
then brought back a redesigned version recently. I think it was the last few years.
That's strange.
Did you know that there is a gene that is named Sonic Hedgehog, and there's an inhibitor for that gene called Robotnikinin?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
That's weird. Did you know that Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles are actually the same game?
Yeah.
It was split in two halves because they couldn't afford to put it on one cartridge and due to development times as well.
It's funny now that like you look at games back in the day of the size, they're like in kilobytes. The
Yeah.
Sonic, like the Sega was like
That file originally was like bigger than most
Like
of
the
the games.
Sega soundbite in the first game was larger than some zones.
Yeah, basically.
Not acts, zones.
That's crazy though. I'm trying to get back to Leon. I asked him what happened and he's not answering.
He probably
His
exploded.
connection's probably dropped. He's gone offline.
Yeah.
Well, it says he's busy on mine.
Ooh.
On mine it says he's offline.
Well, it's okay. We don't need him. No, it's okay. It'll be fine. He'll come back.
I'll have a sock puppet with a little wig pretend to be him. Hello, I'm Leon. Nice to meet everybody.
I'll impersonate him, it's fine.
There you go.
I could talk about. God, I can't. I'm not gonna do a British accent.
What was that?
I'm not gonna sound like an ass on the camera. I'll do it when we're not recording.
Hello, everybody. I really like Sonic.
But see, when I do British accents, I
I
don't sound
quite
like.
like Sonic 06. I really do. I think it's a misunderstood title.
I feel like it has a lot of hidden potential.
I just sound like a redneck British person when
I know, right?
Jesse, that just sounded really Irish. I think that Sonic 06 has a lot of potential, I do. Now, I'm going to go have my pint of Guinness while I go play it, because I clearly need to play it drunk.
Hey, I'm Irish, so it's hard for me to try and not do Irish.
Did you
And, like,
know that Sonic skid noise comes from Outrun?
Sonic skid noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Just reading stuff about Sonic.
Just crapping out random facts.
If you want to do that, I'll just play the Did You Know gaming video.
I know, right? Did you
They're only
know
about
Sonic
5
is a
minutes
video
each.
game?
Did you know that Sega used fear to combat piracy?
Used fear.
Yes.
What did they do? If you pirate this damn game, we'll
Okay,
kill
I
all
will
of you.
read what it says, and like I said, I will post a link to this website, giving them credit, because this isn't anything I'm saying. This is based on a website, because I don't know shit about Sonic other than he's a blue hedgehog, he's awesome, and you guys go fast.
Go fast!
Anyways.
Gotta go fast!
Okay, this is gonna be word for word. Speaking of dark, Sonic's CD original piracy check would bring unwitting pirates to a strange screen.
Oh shit, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know.
Fun with
It's the one that says like,
cigarette.
yeah, the Satan one where it says like, fun is infinity or something.
It says the screen had some weirdly distorted images of Sonic.
Is
with
it
what appears to
Sign
be
the
an
margin.
It says
Yeah,
fun
Fun is Infinity with Sega Enterprises. Signed margin.
Yeah, that one.
Well, it says the screen had been weirdly distorted images of Sonic with what appears to be an old man facing along with the image or with the message "Fun if Infinite" with Sega Enterprises, signed by Majin. Majin can be translated to devil in English, and the screen had some pretty creepy music playing in the background along with an ominous laugh. Perhaps this was Sega's way of scaring pirates out of the pirating days.
The thing is, you can access that image in the.
Leon
You can access that image in the non-pirated version as well. It crops up in the sound test menu. There are 5 images that appear in the sound test menu. There's one that says "See you next game" and has a picture of Tails.
Oh yeah.
There's one with I think it's Robotnik and Metal Sonic and Standard Sonic doing like a DJ thing. There's one that's a tribute to Batman. There's another one I can't remember.
Hey, Leon.
Ah, there he is.
His router died.
Oh.
There's another one that I can't remember, and then the last one is the Fun is Infinite with Sega Enterprises signed margin.
Oh, the
So there's 5
screen.
images. Yeah.
The screen that spawned 100 creepypastas.
Did you know that Sonic is suicidal?
He goes fast to run away from
No,
his feet.
apparently, if you wait long enough in Sonic CD, he'll jump off the lake and kill himself.
You know
Oh
why?
yeah, he goes, "I'm out of here," and then it just says "Game over."
You know why Sonic goes so fast?
Because he's
He
running
wants-
away from his problems.
Yeah, he wants to run away from his
You
emotions.
can't catch me, gay thoughts.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
I'm clearly in love with Tails.
You can't
Have you seen that thing with isn't it Ego Raptor with arms? They call them arms. Tails arms. I forgot what that one is. It was a comic I saw, but like they called Tails arms for some reason. I don't know. What the fuck?
He is lost. He just gave up.
I'm just trying to think of random facts.
Though Sonic mechanically runs faster than light, he's never been clocked at that speed.
No,
Apparently,
I've seen
did
a
you know
game
that
theory
Eggman?
try-
You know that
I'm-
Eggman can run faster than Sonic?
Yeah, fuck that
It's
shit.
true.
Like, I was playing the end of Sonic 1, and it was like I was running after him, and he got away. I was like, what the heck?
Eggman is technically the fastest character in the Sonic the Hedgehog universe, and he accelerates faster
But
than a
he's
fucking
like a
sports
big
car.
guy. He's like kind of shaped like an egg.
I mean, there's obvious reasons why that happens, but if you think about the implications, he is faster than the fastest accelerating sports car in the world.
Ooh.
Here's something you guys didn't know. If you guys didn't know anything about hedgehogs, hedgehogs can swim. I put my hedgehog in a bath and he swims on his back.
Yeah, Hedgehogs can swim.
The reason they didn't, they
Sega didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sega
Sega
didn't know
messed
that,
up,
so
yeah.
they decided that Sonic couldn't swim, when in actuality, hedgehogs can swim.
Yeah. They screwed up.
You done goofed, Sega.
You done goofed.
Sega most likely hired Michael Jackson to compose music for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, I heard
Not
about
most likely, they did. The
Really?
music.
that. They actually
the
did, yeah. He just didn't want to be credited because he was ashamed of the work.
Didn't he like
It wasn't
Sonic the
even a
Hedgehog?
shame, it's just he felt that the Genesis wasn't capable of doing the level of work that he would be happy with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he didn't want to be credited for it, yeah.
Billie Jean is not my
Not mine.
I played that Michael Jackson moonwalk thing. on
That's a
my
great
Xbox.
game. I love
Did
that
you
game.
know that one of the zones from Sonic and Knuckles was originally intended for Sonic 2?
Really, which zone is that?
Hidden Palace.
Really?
There's a lot of information on Hidden Palace. It's still actually available in the ROM of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the final ROM. But if you load it up, it's mostly garbled textures and there's no collision whatsoever, so you just fall and die. But some people have managed to find beta ROMs of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which have mostly working versions of Hidden Palace, though, including music, all the collisions there, the art assets. There's just certain physics that don't work, and obviously the level tiles aren't arranged properly. It's not the correct size, so there's certain points where you're meant to continue, but you reach the edge of the level.
Here's a question for you guys. What's your guys' favorite Sonic zone in any Sonic game? Like, favorite...
Chemical plant.
That's a good one.
Ah.
Or no, better question. What's your favorite music from any Sonic game?
Chemical plant.
Oh my god,
Can I just say all of Sonic Adventure 2?
there's way too many, and especially
Yeah,
that's-
like,
it doesn't help that I've heard John Sunui play some of them live as well.
Oh,
I-
I love him.
I would still probably
He-
say,
He turns up every year at Summer of Sonic. It's amazing. He loves the fans.
so much songs. I'm actually, you know what song I'm actually gonna go with? I'm gonna go with the "I Am All of Me" from Shadow the Hedgehog.
Ooh, good choice.
That's it's a very mad game, but that song was awesome.
I like these are some of my favorites. I like
That and Live and Learn.
I
Live and
like,
Learn's amazing.
I like Marble Zone from Sonic 1.
I don't.
Well, I didn't ask what you liked. I didn't say, hey Leon, what do you like?
Wait.
Marble
Sucks, God.
This sounds what? That's the worst song I've ever heard in my life.
Yourself for liking that
But
song.
Marble Zone's like the shittest Sonic music ever. What the fuck are you
When-
That's the
when I-
worst.
when
Song,
I
it's the
hear
worst
that
song I've
song-
ever.
when I
It's
hear
the worst
that-
song I've ever heard in my entire life.
When I hear that song, it kind of just reminds me of like a 1980s club. Like
Did you
you
do-
see a bunch of like Persians dancing to or something like that.
Are you? I'm Persian, and I find that offensive.
I don't care. Okay.
I'm not actually Persian.
Sonic 2, my favorite music from Sonic 2 is, and I'm up to this level now, it's the Mystic Cave, just that bass line.
See, I prefer the two-player version of Mystic Cave.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. My all-time favorite, though, two of my all-time favorites is the Flying Battery Zone. That's a good one. Or, from Sonic 1, I like the Station Square music. Or
Oh, Sonic Adventure 1, yeah.
from the very first Sonic level in Sonic Adventure 1 when you're on the...
Emerald Coast.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Oh yeah, Wilco is cool.
Something we were saying before the stream, that the one thing I love about Sonic Adventure 1's soundtrack is just you listen to it and it is just it's
90s.
stereotypically 90s.
Yeah. Sonic Adventure 2 has like an amazing soundtrack. That's the first video game I've actually bought and owned the soundtrack to.
I
good stuff.
honestly couldn't pick a favorite track from any Sonic game because
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say my favorite City Escape. That's like the very first song. It's like, when I think of Sonic, I think of
that
Sonic.
many Sonic tracks that I love.
Running around at the
I
speed
love
of
the
sound.
I love the opening. I love the opening of Sonic 1. Open Your Heart.
Open your
Open your heart, it's gonna be alright.
Open your heart. That's a cool. Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah,
While you guys are
way
discussing
too
things,
many.
I have to potty again. Beer goes right through me. Don't
Listen.
drink, kids, unless you're legal age of your country of origin. I shall return.
A public announcement by the Leviathan.
The more you know.
Did you know that Eggman's mustache was fake?
Did you know that? Did you know that Sonic is blue?
Oh my god.
I did not know that either.
Did you know that Sonic and Amy have sex when you're not looking?
Wait, what?
Did you not see that Simpsons episode?
I didn't. Apparently not. But no, I have to say my favourite music is a cross between the Sonic Heroes theme,
Oh, that's a
Sonic the
good.
Hedgehog, and the Sonic 06 theme.
Yeah, that was a good song. That's a pretty good song.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Flying
Classic one.
Battery, which I completely forgot to mention when Levy brought it up, has anyone heard the mashup of Flying Battery and Bad Romance by Lady Gaga?
No, I hadn't seen that.
It sounds amazing. It really works very well. It's amazing.
Has anyone heard the Hatsune Miku Sonic tribute album?
No.
Where she actually covered a bunch of the 3D Sonic songs, like "Open Your Heart" and "Live and Learn" and stuff.
I must look this up.
Yeah,
That
if you
sounds
look
awesome.
it up, even the album cover is a picture of her dressed up as Sonic.
What I miss?
I've seen that. I've seen
We're
that.
talking
but
about Hatsune Miku and her Sonic tribute album.
I was just saying as well while you were on the loo. Did you hear the mashup of Flying Battery and Bad Romance by Lady Gaga?
No, is it good?
It's really good.
There's this song, because I use this program for guitar tablature called Ted, and this guy, he did mix-ups of Sonic songs, mash-ups of Sonic songs. I'm sorry, I've been drinking. I'm not an alcoholic, guys. I just like to drink a little bit.
Not yet.
I'm not a
Alcoholic.
I don't know what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
I'm so drunk on
I
that guy.
quit when I wanna.
But anyways,
I swear
he
I
takes,
swear to
he,
drunk
take,
on
he
that.
takes Chemical Plant Zone,
Oh yeah.
or no, he takes Sandopolis and merges it into Metropolis, and it goes so well.
Ooh.
I love Smooth the Groove's Chemical Plant Zone.
Oh, I love Smooth
Oh,
the Groove in
the
general.
grooves.
A link
Oh,
to
good.
Smooth the Groove right now. Check out the
I
show.
would-
It's great.
Here he does a bunch of Sonic songs. Like
Smooth the Groove do Metropolis Zone.
When he does Chemical Plant, he
I
hits
did
that
Chemical
high,
Plant.
when he hits that high note. Oh my god, I don't know how he does it.
that's really good. Yeah.
You gotta remember to put all these links in.
Dude, yeah, you guys just gotta sit here and talk and bullshit. After this, I gotta sit and watch the video and wait for my dumbass to be able to link this, and then I gotta link you assholes, and then
Link the Lady Gaga mashup. It's not hard
Yeah,
to find on
yeah.
YouTube.
Here's a link to the Lady Gaga
Alright.
Bad Romance music video.
all right now, link.
It's
Lady
not
Gaga.
hard to find on YouTube at all. Just Lady Gaga Flying Battery Zone.
Should be good. So, what do you guys think of Sonic Generations? You think,
Love it.
yeah,
Love it.
Still haven't
great.
beaten it.
I bought the collector's edition, but
Of course you
it was
did.
supposed to release at 150, and I bought it for 75 quid brand new on launch. And then apparently the value of it doubled on launch day.
Good.
It is. Never gonna
Awkward.
sell it.
Good.
Never ever gonna sell it. I've had bits of it signed and shit.
I bet, but what was I
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
say?
sure you have some.
Here. You know what? Here, I have a question just for everybody since we're on the topic of Sonic. Just everybody, what's your favorite and least favorite Sonic game?
Favorite?
Sonic Heroes.
Sonic for favorite or least favorite?
Favorite is
Okay.
probably Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic Adventure is my favorite.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 was
Least-
my favorite.
Least favorite is probably Sonic 06.
Love it.
I played Sonic and the Secret Rings. Fuck it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say
I
fuck
prefer
that
Sonic
one.
and the Secret Rings to Sonic
for my-
06.
for
At least
my
that
least-
thing's fucking functional.
for my least favorite, I'm gonna actually go Sonic Unleashed.
Not
Again,
played.
at least that was
Sonic Colors is pretty good.
Yeah, Sonic was cool. Sonic Unleashed, I hated the Werehog thing.
Tell you something I have got. I don't know if you guys saw it. There was a book that was released about a year ago, which just like it highlights the last 20 years of Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, I have not seen.
That's what
Blue
Generations
cover, it's got a
did.
gold ring of it, and it's got a picture of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's called The
really?
History of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ooh.
I don't see why everyone hates Sonic 06. I really don't.
Because it doesn't work.
Because it doesn't work.
It does!
Because it's like, hi, loading. Will you do a mission for me? Loading.
Yes,
Yes.
there are a lot of loading
Okay.
screens. I will give you that. But there's nothing wrong with the game itself.
Except for the fact that whenever I play as Rouge or Knuckles, I can't get off most of the walls.
I'll
Then
put
you-
it this way, right?
you're doing
I'll put
it
it this
wrong.
way. Right, Leon, I'll put it this way, and I'm just gonna flag this up now as well. Spoiler alert. It's
Spoiler.
it's that fucking bad. It cancels itself out. It doesn't even acknowledge its own existence. It's like, yeah, this entire game didn't happen at all. That's
I
how
loved
bad
it.
it is.
I had no problems with it. Apart from the fact there was a lot of loading screens. But after a while, you kind of got used to them. Same as any other game.
You must have been playing it gingerly as fuck.
What game were you playing? I think you were playing like a copy of like Sonic Adventure 3 or something.
Is there a Sonic Adventure 3?
No,
No.
Oh.
Well, technically, Sonic Unleashed was meant to be Sonic Adventure 3.
except for
and
it sucked.
it got renamed to Sonic World Adventure in Japan.
Oh my god, I was just on that fucking part in Wikipedia. I looked, and it's titled Sonic World Adventure in Japan. My name is Sam, and I wrote everything about Sonic, ever. Now I sound like a Canadian from South Park. Oh my god, buddy. Like, titled Sonic.
Oh, hey, guy, listen.
Hey,
Okay.
you're not my buddy, guy.
I ain't your guy, friend.
You ain't my friend, buddy.
Oh, dude.
What's we on the boots?
We have fun here.
So, yeah, going back to something Leon said earlier.
You all suck at Sonic 06.
Did you know that Leon Sam does a really good impression of you, Leon? When you were off the call, he did.
Yeah, we all did really good impressions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you sound Scottish.
I
you
sound
sound
Scottish.
Irish, not Scottish.
Irish.
Mine was pretty good.
I want to hear these now.
Okay. Here, Sam, do yours first.
Nah, I won't do it. I'll just tell him to watch the video.
Yeah, watch the video. You know we're like.
Go watch the video. It's in the hour somewhere.
Well,
Mark.
You
It'll
guys
increase
suck.
Levy's views that way.
You guys suck.
Oh,
Mine's.
don't have
mine-
shitty routers that drop. You won't get
I'm
good
trying to
phone.
remember. I'm trying to remember what mine was. And I was like, I'm trying to remember mine. Oh yeah. Hang on. Hello everybody. My name is Leon, and I really enjoy Sonic 06.
My name is
See, he's
Leon,
slightly
and
Irish.
I like Sonic 06.
It's a good game. It's a good
I've
game.
never played Sonic 06, to be honest with you. Why is it 06? Did it come out in 06?
Yeah, it's just called Sonic the Hedgehog. It was meant to be like a reboot for the whole series, but
They call it Sonic 06 because it was released in 2006, and that just
Yeah.
separates it from the original Sonic the Hedgehog on the
yeah,
Mega Drive.
the game's just called Sonic the Hedgehog, but everyone just calls it Sonic 06.
Okay, what's the difference between Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing and Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed?
Well, firstly, it's Sonic and All Stars Racing
okay,
Transform.
okay, sorry. I read it wrong.
Second, Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing has no transforming elements in it, hence why it's not called
okay,
Transform.
See?
I got.
Thirdly,
I got
there's
it.
different characters and tracks.
Yeah.
Stop yelling.
Stop yelling at
Damn
me.
it, why are you trying to test me on something I worked on?
Do you guys ever play Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine?
Oh, I love that
I
game.
love that. Dun,
I have it.
dun, 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 dun.
I have it on the. I have the original like. It's on the Mega Collection, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah, I have it on Mega Collection, and I have it on the Game Gear too.
I love that game.
I also have a download on the 3DS too.
It's a good game. How about Sonic Spinball? That's a good one.
Loved
Ooh,
it.
that's
I love
Oh,
Sonic.
Here,
Spinball was
here.
brilliant.
Toxic Cave Zone. Because
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna.
Never got-
Never
Never got past Toxic Cave.
Because you're a scrub.
He's too busy playing Sonic 06.
Yeah, at least I can beat that game.
I've never played it. Maybe that'll be my next.
It's
Let's
his
play.
Only
world.
scrubs bothered to play Sonic 06 all the way through.
Yeah, I beat all 4 stories. Deal with it.
I'm Leon.
Yeah, he's such a
Actually,
scrub.
actually, what's called I beat Silvers and I beat Shadows, but I glitched so hard I couldn't beat Sonic's.
I didn't even fucking bother. I just got so annoyed and bored with it.
I don't know, like there's a level it just wouldn't work.
I had no glitches.
Like there was a
I must have got the only working copy of the game.
Yeah, I think you got like the original like development copy.
You got like the beta copy or something. You got a beta build.
I will admit, like okay, everyone trashed on Sonic 06, but I will say silver stages were a lot of fun. I loved playing a silver.
They probably
Silver
sent
was
out.
overpowered to fuck.
Silver was really cool. I liked
When
this
they released
stage.
the game, they're probably like, all right, we're gonna release one copy
For
that
the-
works, and and all the copies are gonna be shit. And Leon got the copy that worked.
Yeah, you got the copy.
Yes.
Actually, okay, Leon, I know you like Sonic 06, but I'm gonna at least ask you about one thing. When you're Sonic or Shadow and you have to fight Silver, is that not the most irritating thing in your life?
He's well easy to beat.
I said that to him as well.
Easy
and
to
he just went, he's well easy.
There's an
There's
order
no
to it,
use.
like any Sonic battle. There's an order.
Take
you stay
this.
away, you wait for the cue to hit, you stay away again.
No, you
There's
don't.
no use.
Chemical plant zone. You just run in and
this.
jump on Robotnik. That's it. It's fucking over. The
You have
fucking
to
car
time
in every
though.
hill,
You jump
you
too
run
soon,
in,
you fall in
you
the water.
jump on Robotnik. It's over.
There's no
always
use.
how
There's an order to it.
Take
And
this.
if you're just tuning in, we're listening to two Brits just argue about Sonic.
Yelling about Sonic.
Do you want to
That's
see
the
the
Sonic,
Sonic
Sam.
accents? Is that what you want?
I don't know what I want.
I want another beer.
Clearly,
Is this-
Sonic 06 is a pile of shit.
It's not.
It wasn't actually that. I felt like it didn't work half of the time, but it wasn't as bad. For the parts that worked, it wasn't that bad. I could see like there was.
as well was it didn't feel very fast. It was just so slow.
Sonic Unleashed was disappointing though. I hate Sonic Unleashed.
Sonic Unleashed wasn't as bad. The
I
day
couldn't-
stages were fine.
Freaking, like there's this little stupid thing that follows you around. Like, oh god, I hate you. Like when you play as a hedgehog werehog, it's like I hate this. I hate everything.
Navi the
But
Fairy.
the heavy little fairy. What's his name? Chip or something stupid.
Chip, who is
Chip.
also voiced by the same guy who voices Sonic.
I like Colors was good, but the only thing I didn't like about it is the new dude who voiced Sonic sounded kind of weird at first.
Hey, there's a relating point. We can relate it to last week's podcast. The guy who voices Sonic currently is also the guy who voices Chris Redfield.
Oh no!
Dun dun dun.
I like Sonic's voice in Sonic Adventure 1. That's my thing.
Yeah, they sound good.
Tails, what are you doing? Ah!
You know,
Ah.
you know what's great? You know what? Here's a fun Sonic-ish related tip. In Sonic Colors, obviously, how many guys played Sonic Colors?
I honestly haven't played it. I only played the level that is featured in Sonic Generations.
I haven't
I've
got it.
played a bit of it.
There's a part, if you listen closely when you're playing levels, you can hear like little intercom things that Eggman will say over, like random stuff over the intercom in the theme park. And at one point, if you listen, I think you have to be in a particular level. I forgot which level you have to be in. But at one point, he says, like, "We're the owner of the yellow car with the license plate," and you'll list a license plate, which is actually the license plate of the main driver from Crazy Taxi.
Did you know gaming?
I don't know where I heard that. Someone else told me that, actually.
Did
I heard.
you know?
I got. Did you know?
Did you
Actually, a
know
friend of mine
Shadow
told me
the
that.
Hedgehog in one of the levels on the Space Colony Ark, one of the soldiers will ask to get Mr. Yuji Naka to safety.
Oh yeah, I do remember someone says that. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool.
Another
Did
link
you know
back
I
to-
can beat Emerald Hill Zone Act 1 in 21 seconds?
Oh, don't
You
start.
want to know what? I'm loading up my emulator. I'm playing this shit while we're talking.
The world record
idea.
for it is 20, and my time won me a PS3.
Ooh.
Which he doesn't use. He's trying to sell.
He's trying to say.
Yeah, I've got 3 of the fuckers.
You piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding.
You piece of shit.
You piece of shit! You won a PS3
How
from
dare you-
Sonic 2.
how dare
I
you
fucking
win,
hate
fool.
you now.
I don't know if the sound's gonna come up on the emulator. Or it's gonna come up on the actual recording. I don't want that to happen. So before I start, I'm gonna actually. Now, what is the time?
Emulator.
What is the time? It's 24.
1:30. It's 1:34 for us.
Yeah.
A minute 34.
No, 1:34 in the morning.
Oh no, I was talking about the time to beat Sonic.
Oh, mine's 20 minutes.
Time! 21 seconds.
21 seconds, you say. And what happens if I beat this? Do balloons
Well,
fall
if
from
you,
my
if you
ceiling?
hit, I'll put it this way: if you
Also,
hit 20,
confetti.
equaled the world record. If you hit
Confetti.
20,
If you do it, he'll give you the PS3.
Is there any tips I should follow?
Also, isn't the voice actor who plays Sonic now the same one who does Ezio from Assassin's Creed?
Yes, it is.
It is, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, Robert Craig Smith, I think.
I would watch a YouTube video to see how it's done first.
I could do it. Fuck
I can't do
videos.
it. I don't need YouTube.
I don't.
You'll
need
say
to-
that, and you'll get like 50 seconds. You'll be like, "Shit! How the fuck do you do that?"
I'm gonna give it a
In
try.
that voice, by the way.
Exact voice.
Oh dear, we're like an hour and. Oh,
I know. Right?
An hour and.
We're an hour in, and we've got Levy trying to beat a challenge.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to beat it, and if I can, I'll. We'll see. I'm not even recording it. Maybe I.
You should record it and put the tries on YouTube, and then I'll do it in one go, and you'll be like, "Fuck!"
Yeah, you wanna know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that shit.
If you win, you have to friggin' you have to give your PS3. You have to mail it to him.
But then I gotta pay the fucking shipping tax because it's going over the pond.
Over
See,
the
there you
pond.
go. You lose it. Even if you win, you still lose.
24 seconds.
21.
21 seconds. Okay.
You've only got 21 seconds to go.
Gotta go fast.
I'll put it
Go
this way:
fast.
you might be able to match 21. The chances of you beating 21, slim to none,
Slim to Bupkis.
That works.
because the world record is 20, and no one's been able to get that since. Not without hacks and save state abuse, and I mean more than necro levels of save state abuse.
Well, I'm not gonna save state abuse. I'm just gonna play it and be like, hey, this might work a little bit. Let me find the game. Games.
I'm already playing.
ROMs. Genesis.
This is the point where you both start screaming.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
No, my game's lagging. There's no way I'm going to do it.
I gotta turn the. Oh no! Stop. Exit. I gotta turn the volume down.
No value.
Hold on. I don't know if the voice is gonna sound.
You know
right.
what? I'm gonna pull a Levy, and while you guys attempt this, I'm gonna go for a pee.
Okay. Sorry, I've been drinking.
You gotta go fast. Sam.
At the moment.
Go fast.
I haven't had dinner yet. I'm like hungry.
Well,
It's like dinner. It's like dinner time in my time. I'm
okay,
super hungry.
This is for Sonic 1, right? Or Sonic 2?
Not that I was playing my 3DS and
Sonic
it just
2.
died.
Sonic. Fuck. See, I can't do Sonic. I can't save state because I already have my save states.
I can't save state on my save
I'll
states.
just have to keep doing it and just restarting the emulator because if I have my save state from Sonic 2 and if I fuck with it, then that'll be that. So I gotta make sure I don't hit L2 or R2 on my PlayStation or on my PlayStation 3 controller.
Ooh.
Sonic Hedgehog 2. So 24 seconds, you said.
21.
21.
I'm gonna see if I can do the cheats.
I'm already at 10 seconds and I'm not anywhere. No, I can't do this.
Can't do it.
I'm retrying. Reset. Full screen.
Leon, you done yet?
I gave up. My emulator's lagging. I've got a video rendering at the same time.
What you got rendering? Strange.
Legend of Zelda and Ocarina of Time.
Is this
What am I on
last
about?
night's video?
Legend of Zelda and Resident Evil, sorry.
Are these last night's videos?
Yes.
Do I sound like I'm talking shit at the end of the Resident Evil one?
Probably. I don't know.
Because I kind of dropped back in the call trying to explain what happened, and then you just went, "Do your outro." What?
How the fuck do
Scott-
you do this? I'm like,
Skype was dropping
Magic.
and everything wasn't working, so I gave.
Fuck this shit. I ain't trying that. There's no
That was my
way.
exact
Do you want me to
response.
do a video for you sometime, Levy?
Yeah, you should. Got that shit-eating grin on your face.
You can't even see me, you know I've got that fucking grin on my
I
face.
almost knocked over my beer with my elbow, and that would have been bad news bears.
Bad news bears.
So,
21 fucking seconds, biatch.
yeah, well, whatever. Proof or didn't,
Suck a dick.
or proof of it didn't happen. I want a video.
Pixar it didn't happen.
I can give you website proof,
Sure.
like
send me,
text-based proof.
send me a link, and I'll.
And The Legend of Zelda is not until a few weeks later.
Yeah.
Give me a moment, I'll see if I can find you the link.
I watched this video of some guy beating Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time in 20 minutes.
Have you
That
seen the
sounded
video?
highly drunk when you said Legends of Zelda then.
Have you seen the video of the guy who put Sonic with his physics from Sonic Adventure into Ocarina of Time? And he beat the game with he beat Ocarina of Time with Sonic.
Dude, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
He went fast.
Gotta go fast.
Pretty much, because all you can do is that stupid dot. Actually, the best way to move Link in that game is to do the backwards jump. Like if you're like, if you see a target enemy, you can do the backwards jump.
Yeah. Wah.
Much. All right. So is there anything else we want to throw in about Sonic before I end the podcast? Because I feel like it's time to end it. We talked about what we liked. Tons of games out there.
It's where my username comes from.
No shit.
Yeah.
I just thought you were supersonic and awesome or something.
I thought you were just a
Well, I am
marathon runner.
awesome, but it was always because I was such a fan of Supersonic.
I thought you were just a marathon runner.
Yeah. All right, so throw in your 2 cents about Sonic, and then we'll end the podcast and wrap it up.
Or yeah, I got 5 cents.
Okay, here's a question for you before we start.
Ooh.
What do you feel, or I got 2 questions. Question number 1: what do you feel like Sonic or Sega should do with Sonic as far as what would you feel like it would be a good direction they went through as far as like a game that would kind of match Generations, because Generations was like the last big like well-selling title that they had.
Retain the speed element, because that's something that certain games have lacked, like Sonic 06.
Remake Sonic 06 and make it work, so everyone stops bitching at me. How's that?
Not gonna happen. Not in a million years. To be honest,
Sonic 06 remake.
the gimmicks aren't.
As long as they get rid of like Dr. Eggman's giant gold nipples, I'm good.
A lot of people complain about the gimmicks, like the wisp powers and colors, but to be honest, if they're not a main focus, they're not that bad.
Yeah, those are cool. I like the wisps.
Certain gimmicks are actually okay.
No, I didn't do that. I'm not that fucking disgusting. Or am I?
Did what?
Sound like somebody farted.
Did they?
Nah.
No. Didn't. But okay. And my second question is what would you like to see out of a Sonic game that hasn't been done yet?
Porn.
A crossover.
I'm just kidding.
Sonic meets Sonic's already met Mario in the stupid Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean a proper adventure with a storyline to it.
Yeah, Sonic and Mario deathmatch.
Or Sonic Adventure 3.
Oh, there you go.
I'd like a Sonic game where it was like a 4-player co-op game. You can have someone as Sonic, someone as Tails, someone as Knuckles, someone as... I was going to say Amy, but Amy's annoying.
They exist. It's called Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and 3.
Or like you could have it like take the type of like situation or like reality of Sonic Adventure, but have each character off doing their own things at different levels, and each person has to do something different to kind of meet to a common goal or something like that.
You know what'd be cool? Like if they made like a remake of like one of the early ones, but also have a feature where you can like make custom levels.
That'd be cool.
I just make
like
it
2D
I was making nothing but fucking loops.
There's loop-de-loops everywhere.
Loop.
Sonic must have the
halfway
best,
through, just vomits. Blah.
Sonic must have the best stomach. Like
I know, right?
Fucking spinning and running. I'd be like,
which is weird because he eats nothing but chili dogs.
Shit's bad. You should see him in Transformed when you just do loads of barrel rolls all over the fucking place.
how are his calves not like the size of footballs from as much as he runs?
Which is weird because he eats all much chili dogs. You figure that would like mess up his like stomach and
It's
digestion.
because he eats all those chili dogs. He shits it all out again.
Dude, Hedgehog shit a lot. I can vouch for that.
That sounds right.
But that sounds about all the time we have for this week's podcast.
I'm glad we're closing on shitting.
Yeah, we're closing on shitting.
Yeah.
Hedgehog shit don't smell bad though. Honestly, their piss smells like it makes me want to dry heave.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But on that closing note,
What a lovely note.
What a charming note to end on.
Final thoughts on Sonic from each person, and go.
Absolutely amazing. It got me a job. End of story.
Sonic was the best game I ever played.
Gotta go fast.
And
Big part of my childhood.
yes, and that is all the time we have for today's.
Also, remember what Sonic says: if somebody tries to touch you in a place you don't like, that's no good.
Sonic.
That's no good.
Sonic says with a Z, and that's all the time
Yeah.
we have for today. So
That's the third time you've said that.
Well, because you guys are throwing in extra shit.
Hey guys, I made it to the end of the stream! Yay!
Hey!
Yay! And that is the end, guys. Thanks for watching.